indicates again is
Oh!
they're going to try and make Christian's life as hard as possible with the Lissandra pickup as well.
Christian has to take cleanse. He has to buy a QSS, and he has to ask one of his team members to pick him up Mikhail's.
It's all about the setup.
And we're seeing pings. I'm seeing probably a 5-man spread. Okay, Elmer Patch is just going to his top. Okay, he's not. But I'm seeing a 5-man grouping here from the side of Dundee, and obviously a 5-man spread. And looking for an invade on the side of Aura. Not much action level 1. I don't really know who would win this level 1. I think maybe the team with Morgana would win, but obviously it's a weird level 1 to really think about.
Looking at the damage options across the board, I would say that Dundee would win a potential showdown 5v5. Because, yeah, Vigar level 1, he probably only has Baleful Strike leveled up, which, you know, on its own, it doesn't really do much before. You don't really have any stacks. You're just kind of sitting there, throwing a small ball of energy at your opponents.
And
I would probably favor Dundee there, so it's smart that Aura didn't go for any risky move, in my opinion.
And I like this move. I like this movement as the Vigar is laughing in my ears and it's hurting. I'm looking at this movement from the bot lane of Dundee. They're going into the forward-most brush. A very cheeky level one situation for that bot lane. And Viego starting blue buff. They're gonna get a lot of information from this Dundee. They're gonna know exactly where Sejuani started, and oh god, this could be.
Yeah, trying to get
and
advantages
they hit the root,
Aura.
And it's gonna be the ignite goes down. Morgana has to blow flash. It's a flash for ignite, and it's a low health. But I think if you're Aura, you're kind of okay with that, because you're not really looking to play this lane aggressively anyway. If they gave over the kill, that would have been very dangerous, but Dundee just couldn't really find it, which is it's an okay trade either way.
Yeah, but it does make their job a little bit harder without that flash for Trev. Obviously, Dundee's bot lane wants to look for kills here if they can help it. You have to worry about the Black Shield and have that cooldown in mind when you choose to go for any engagements, but there's always this kind of mind game going on.
Oh, hits the root on there. The Q's in return, and T-Sum's now half health. And the pots are being popped. Quick trading on the side of Dundee and Aura.
Yeah, that's a hefty chunk. Level 2 advantage. Morgana doesn't have Black Shield yet. And that's another trade in favor of Dundee. Fortunately for Aura, there's not really an angle for any potential dive just yet. They would have to be much lower.
Oh, double root hits. The E hits down, double stun on return. And nothing happens. I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
Vigar right now is in a little bit of trouble. He has to focus on CSing while he's, he has to be dodging the CC as well. A lot of nice pressure coming out from Dundee's bottom lane right now. It also creates priority for Ares to pick up the Skull Crab.
And also on the side of Aura, they picked up the top Skull Crab with the power they have topside and kind of mid even. But Ares is coming around with a flank here. It's going to be the W into the stun. The root is down on Christian Simeone. He's going to have to flash out and he's half health. And that's a very nice gank from Ares. Obviously, there's no vision on him, so he could have come from anywhere, but... And he's going to go into the top side and recognize that Sejuani's already taken that Skull Crab, and he's going to go for a recall.
Right place, right time for Ares, and that's going to make Christian Simeone a lot less aggressive in lane without that flash. Exactly. He doesn't even have the ignite either, so... he's probably just mostly looking for just staying ahead in farm, and that's it, inside of this lane. Not even looking for any kill opportunities. He's just coming from, he's basically just trying to scale up and hoping that he can do more than Lissandra later into the game.
Yeah, it'll be very much on the Dundee to track the cleanse timer on that Yone, because obviously they're going to be looking to shut him down in the team fights. Like, he's going to be the one that's going to cause a lot of issues in the back line. As you see, Max Crisp walking up to this lane, he's going to hit the root, and just a quick trade. He's gonna hit the E. Is he gonna follow it? No, he's not. He's out of mana.
Yep. No resources from Yone means that
Oh, Ares is here in
eventually...
bot lane. I think they just spotted him. Yeah, they did.
Yep. Good vision control on their side. Yeah, Lissandra will have to recall eventually. Those mana costs are a little bit steep for her before she gets that lost chapter, so it's good that she has that TP to try and maintain control of the lane. Right now, not really an option.
Oh, the
to
Roost
get
hits
any
down to
kills,
Vilestorm and Weebly walks into it as well. He loses half of his health for that trade, and I don't think he really got anything in return.
It's getting a little bit dangerous now. Obviously, T-Zems doesn't have his ultimate yet, but soon enough, I think Aura will start to have kill pressure if they land all of their CC. So,
oh, Elmapache jumps over Dusk. He's gonna try running him down here. He's gonna get the proc. No, Dusk is gonna run away. As the Ocean Dragon has spawned the first Drake of the game, but obviously no team really looking for it right now. I mean, Ares was boss side for a little bit, but I don't believe the whole Junior has really visited boss side recently. He's just cleared his camps as the cage comes down, disengage. But Nas exited his big form. Ares is now here. He's going to hit his E. The Ornhorn's coming in. Good flash from Elmapache, but there's 3 members here. It's a knock-up, it's a root. He's going to go down for first blood, and it's a first blood over to Ares. That was rude.
Very nicely done from Dundee. Great timing from the mid laner, following his jungler as well. When it's a 1v3, there's no way for Nard to escape that one, even with the flash. When you have Lissandra, this is exactly the kind of stuff that you need to be doing.
And I think the good play for Dundee there is that they didn't have to blow any flash for that either. Like they didn't have to try gap closing for the Gnar. He flashed upwards and he went into the wall. And again, that's from what Ares did mid lane. He gets the flash out of Christian. Christian can't really play too aggressive in the mid. Max Chris just TP's back in, gets the push in, and he moves back. He moves up to the top side. As Christian looks like looking for a roam here, he's not gonna go for it. And I see a Sheen on Viego. Where are we going?
Yeah, if he's... I mean, technically you could still pivot towards Essence Reaver. You could argue that Sheen also builds into Essence Reaver, and therefore it could still be that kind of build, but if you're starting... Yeah, that's Caulfield's Warhammer, which definitely you have to... Well, no, Caulfield's Warhammer is also...
Essence Reaver, right?
Essence Reaver component, but there's a Ruby Crystal as well, which finally leads us into believing...
Oh, a solo kill here for Christian. He's gonna all over the top. Max Crisp. Oh, he's gonna have to flash out. All from Yon. Christian was looking for it. Without the Ignite, he doesn't really have the power to solo kill, but he does get Max Crisp out of lane. But at the same time, Ares was taking the Drake, so it's the first Drake over to Dundee. Max Crisp, I think a bit risky to stay here, my friend.
He's probably hoping for the jungler to come and assist soon.
Ares is on his way.
Get some more gold from the minion waves.
Yeah,
ORA, they are fully expecting this to happen. They even have the jungler close by, but Dundee don't want to get into a 2v2 situation right now. They're happy with just taking that dragon, and yeah, they will just wait for the next move.
Oh, knock up from Dusk here. Gets a nice chunk out of Elmapache, but it's not really going to matter. Do we classify Gnar into tanks as the wet noodle fight?
I mean, if it's Ornn, it kind of gets to that level.
Oh, and the Hall's here now. They're going to lock down Dust. He's going to have to flash out. Does he have his W to stop it? Yeah, he's stunned. He's ulted into the wall. Oh, yeah. And ult down on the boss side. Weebly's dead on the side of T-Zums, but Ares is coming. Varsum's still ulted up. T-Zums, that's one down. Ares, he's got one. He hits the cage, and he hits a double kill. Big. Okay.
And Diego turning into Vigar and trapping the Morgana. A bit of a taste of your own medicine there. Cringe mage pickers. ORA getting punished there. Ares once again, he's definitely on point with these ganks time after time. so impressive once again for Dundee. And yeah, the fact that he's ahead in this game is big. They will definitely be relying on him to do a lot come mid-game. Like, going back to that Thunder purchase, I don't necessarily
Well, he's
hate it.
invading
Oh,
here. T-Zums is gonna find him, but
oh
I
no.
don't think you want that fight, my
Okay,
friends.
Blast Pump.
I don't think you want that fight.
Yeah, with the way fights could be going in the mid-game, there is a chance you're just hitting the Sejuani or the Gnar, which means Divine Sunbird can burn through those health bars faster, and it also gives you that extra tankiness. For the most part, is pretty good, but yeah, it doesn't give you that max DPS that crit builds will provide you. So I guess it's just the safer choice, and for me, I guess that's fine. I don't necessarily hate it here.
And in the meantime, while that double kill was going down bot lane, and obviously it's a reply to the top side, El Mapache and the Horde Jr. took the Rift Herald, so they'll be looking to drop this somewhere. Dusk is looking mid lane. I think he doesn't realize there's one on the wall, but Christian was rooted. Oh, well, Ares has snuck into this brush here. When did he get there? Oh, and the Morgana's been caught, but it's a straight up kill onto Varstorm. Varstorm's down. Ares, he doesn't have his ult. It's a Samira going in. That's a double kill for the Samira. And Weebly's back online. Dusk is just going to ult the top wave to stop the Herald crash. Obviously, it's not going to work, but he's going to save most of the plates. And overall,
Man, so far,
Ares
so far it's been just Ares
everywhere,
affecting the map, mid and bottom.
How did he get into that brush? I need to know this.
Yeah, that was some very smart fog of war evasion if he actually got into that brush without Ore seeing it. And yeah, didn't get kills this time, but he got 2 kills for his Samira, which is
Big.
Like, the moment she gets to that shield bow, her effectiveness in fights goes up by a long shot.
And
This is exactly what Dundee are looking for when this next dragon comes up in a minute.
And obviously that's quite big for Samira, as the last time Ares visited the bot lane and got that double kill, he didn't get any assist for that. So now getting the double kill obviously just brings it back up for him. But Ares currently 100% kill participation. Wherever he goes, a play is being made, and Valstorm's going to try stopping this from Christian Simeone. They're looking to bait it, but the Yon E a nice ability. Oh, Christian flashes in here. He's going to ult onto Max Crispy. He's going to get ulted in return. Max Crispy is going to go down to Treb, but Valstorm's hit his ult, and there's no one else coming. But oh, that's a big damage from the Swain. Swain is now stopwatch, but I think he's dead here. Oh!
Wow.
Okay, Christian almost fell.
The confidence, the killer instinct from Christian Simeone to still go for that play. In
Oh,
a
here
1v2
comes the
spot.
Viego. I think Christian should be out here. He is, yeah, and the whole shadowing him.
Not close enough. But that does give ORA a better dragon setup. They're right onto this objective, and is 2 members of Dundee going out of base right now. So
Ares is coming.
to answer.
Ares is coming. He has ult.
Yeah, he is, but I don't think he should risk his life for this play.
It's not so.
He has a bounty on him as well.
In the meantime, Mapache is just slowly taking this top turret.
Yeah, that is a bit of a setback for Dundee, but I don't think they should be worried just yet. As long as they can keep Viona in check in these team fights, they can still turn it around very easily.
As plates have fallen, all the TPs are up, I believe. Yep, we see 3 TPs on the board. When are we coming bot, guys? I've been seeing all these cheeky wards hidden around the map. I know Dundee are going to look for it. As a Masquerade might be caught out here. He's going to hit the E. Paul Jr. is going to follow it. He's going to hit the ult for the ult, or the ult for the root, I mean. But it's an entomb from the Lissandra. Can Masquerade get out of this? He's waiting for his E. He gets the flash instead. But the entire of Dundee are here now.
A lot of things forced there by Christian and Hall Jr. working in tandem to try and get Christian even more ahead. He has the shield bow. He's probably going to work towards Infinity Edge next. And also, El Mapache is about to take down this turret. He doesn't care about the minions.
Oh, Mapache! He got the turret, but he died!
I expected it to fall down faster than that. That just means El Mapache dies for it.
Ares is coming here, but there's a TP coming in from the from Teasums. Ares, I think he's gonna all out. Oh, the Everfrost goes wide. The Q. Oh, he W'd into the Q. It's a shutdown onto the Vigar. And we've just seen 2 blunders.
That's the last person you want to give a shutdown to, Dundee.
Look at him walk forward. He doesn't care.
He might not have the stacks, but if you're going to accelerate him further into his second item, he already has Everfrost, then that just creates a lot of issues when it comes to contesting these future dragons. Ares was definitely too fast on that play. He didn't have the proper follow-up from his bot lane. And now Awful Aquarium are probably... I mean, I wouldn't say they're fully in control of the game, but they finally feel like they're safe to do more on the map.
As the Vigar E is going to come down, Weebly, he's just stuck in the cage. But Max Crisp is on his way. He's coming at pretty quick speed. The black shield. Oh, that Everfrost was good. But there's a TP. I believe that's from El Mapache. He's Mega Knot right now. He's going to dive into... Oh, flash out straight from Wildstorm. And Christian Simeone's going to be looking for it. He's got double ult. Wibbly flashes... cleanses away. It's a reverse cleanse. Wibbly's trying to stack up his ult. He pops the ult, but Christian Simeone gets out.
Oh, so close.
And there's so close kills, but no kills going over. And at the same time, Ares and Dusk are just going to take the Rift Herald. Was that really worth for Aura? Obviously, they get a few summoners out, but...
That does give them enough pressure to potentially take down 2 turrets at once. I guess Ares is going to stop Yone in the mid lane, but that bot lane turret is going to go down, so at least it's a trade of tower for Herald here. Aura did invest a lot to make that happen, though, that's for sure.
And this mid tower as well is very low. Well, I mean, the top tower and the mid tower are very low. And it's going to be a tower for a tower, actually. So if you're Dundee, you're probably going to want to drop this Herald mid. It is the second Herald, so it will do a bit more damage. As Root comes down, Christian Simeone is taking a bit of a big trade in return. And they're looking for him. The Everfrost Roots. Oh, Ares goes in, but the hole's there with his ult. But Ares is trying to finish it up. Christian Simeone is down now, and it's going to the possession's in. The hole should just die here. And this should be the Herald, this should be mid tower. And this should be priority for Drake, which is the Hex deck.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Finally, Ares is there to intercept the play. He gets that Yone possession, and once they get that initial kill,
oh wow,
it's so much better for Dundee as a result.
They actually just took 3 towers. They took top tower into bot tower into mid tower. That was a really huge play for Dundee.
Major swing in gold. And that Hextech Dragon is going to be their next reward as well. I imagine Aura will want to... I don't know if they're trying to contest this. They have Gnar mid, who's building up his Mega Bar. Maybe they still want to fight, but I think they'll be late when it comes to actually...
El Mapache is looking, but Dusky's just going to stand in his way. He's going to body block. Christian Simeone is going to go in. Christian Simeone is deep in the pit, but the Ornhorn over 4 is going to go through. He's going to knock everyone, but the Samira... Oh, he's shut down by El Mapache. But El Mapache, he's still alive here. And the Hall is just tanking everything. He's not going to die. And it's a 2-for-0 trade.
Yeah, it was a little bit chaotic, but yeah, Awful Aquarium, they have the advantage of these big zones of control that they can create, with Gnar having the threat of his ultimate. There's a Vigar with his cage. There's Morgana who can zone people effectively. So yeah, Samira will have issues with choosing the right timing to go in, and as we saw, Ares was also unable to affect the fight much in that particular case. At least they got the dragon. They're still stacking those drakes, which creates a threat for ORA that they'll have to think about.
Yeah, and that whole fight, Teasums had ult. He did not press his R button. So that fight could have been a lot more dangerous. So they're trying to save this tower. They just about save it. A 22 health tower. I mean, keeping the mid-tier 1 alive as much as possible is quite big, just to keep you a bit of prio in mid lane. As the gold is all even up now after a big swing for Dundee. They got the gold lead, but then they lost a team fight, and it's risk on in reverse.
Well, I wonder what Dundee's next move is going to be, as basically all outer turrets are down now for Awful Aquarium. And Dundee, when these next dragons are not up on the map, they have to figure out what avenue they want to attack next. And with this Lissandra in the side lane, maybe they will want Viego to shadow that side lane and just try to get picks that way. You also have the bot lane rotating towards Yone. That could be the next pick.
Dust is going to flash out. The hole still has ult, but he's not going to go for it. And Ares is going to ult over the wall. Christian Simone, he ults away. Oh, T-Zones has found Weebly. I think Weebly might be just dead. Oh no, he's going to get out with the flash. But that's the black shield, Ares. That's the wrong man.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the intention there for Dundee. They tried to make that pick happen, but ORA will actually 100% ready for that situation, and the counterplay was just in time to save their mid laner. That does create some breathing room for Awful Aquarium to scale even harder with your picks.
As Ornn is now level 13. Oh, Max Crispy's not going to take it.
Yeah, that consistent threat of the Vygar cage and also the Morgana route, it really makes Dundee second guess themselves, it feels like, when it comes to the engages they want to go for. Yeah, it is something that you have to be worrying about, because once you're rooted, basically the whole Vygar combo is going to be launched right on top of your face, and if you don't have the magic resist, you're probably dead. Or you'll have to waste some important cooldowns like that Lissandra ultimate, which you would rather use on someone like Yone, for example.
Yeah, as we obviously going back into a bit of a quiet state of the game. I think both teams probably looking at this next Drake. We got 1 minute to it. Christian Simone is currently topside. He hasn't got TP. He's actually going to be moving down now. And you can see Trev's already here. They're already clearing out the vision. So how do you approach this fight if you're Dundee and you don't really have the positioning?
Ideally, you would like to have someone like Lissandra on the flank would be actually pretty valuable, but right now she's not in position to do that, and ORA actually have the vision necessary to counteract that.
I thought Apache was about to go over the wall and go Mega. Christian Simeone is going to do it instead.
They have full knowledge of what is going on. Dundee is pushed away into their own jungle, but they definitely don't want to give this up.
They are walking in. The Vygar cage is... Now it comes down. It's a bit early. Lissandra's going to go in with the E up. It's onto the Christian Simeone. It's going to be 1 kill with the Samira, but they all through. Christian Simeone on the ult of 3. T-Zone is cleaning up on the backside. It's a double kill for the Vygar, but they're still going here. It's a 3v3. Who can come out on top? The Swain falls. The hole's still alive. It's a triple kill for T-Zone. The Vygar is untouched.
It's a bit awkward there. Oh, but it's still a stalemate, it seems, because Awful Aquarium have 2 very low members, but it's Dundee who have their jungler.
And Apache,
Harry's still going. He just used his smite. He won't have the smite for a dragon, though. It is a little bit greedy, and Awful Aquarium will try to
I think Dusk falls here. Dusk is going to fall. And it should be the Drake, but I hear some people coming. No, it's actually Trevor's coming. Ares is looking. He doesn't have smite though. Oh, Max Chris is going to come on the return side? No, he's not. But I think Ares might be caught here. Oh, he's running away. He's dodged everything. He's somehow got out scot-free.
That was so close. Yeah, but all that like overall Aquarium really likes to play those champions that basically split the fights in two or just make it very awkward for you to approach. And this is exactly what happened. It was the right call to go in for Dundee. They got the initial kills, but afterwards, if Vigar's in the right position, he cleans house. It's exactly what happened in that fight. And Ares was a little bit busy trying to do stuff in the back. He tried to go back to get the Yone possession. He didn't deal enough damage in that fight. Uh, yeah, I think Dundee, it was a good attempt, but they will have to be even more on point with the initial engage, more direct.
Yeah, I mean, it's how do you get to the Vigar though? Obviously, it's probably a flank angle, but when you're entering a fight like that, it's very hard. In a way, Aura did let them come in quite freely. They could have just held them at the ramp of the river. And the fight was close. Like, there's a lot of blinking health bars. There's a lot of everything on either side. And Christian, he's going to just take half of his health in that trade. Just for... He doesn't even get the ward. As you can see, Ares' damage is very high right now. And Christian will blow up if he's not careful.
Yeah, he has plenty of damage, but he also is quite tanky with this build. He's going towards Stax Gauge third, which is going to make him even harder to burst down. It is pretty big when you consider that, you know, someone like Vigar is on the other side. If you survive that initial combo, then that could turn around the fight for Dundee.
You see, there's posturing for the Baron here, but I don't think either team's really going to be looking for it unless without a fight. So I'm loving the emotes that are coming out this game. Anytime something's missed, there's a thumbs up, there's a scream. The remote game is on point. This is going to Elmapache. He's going to keep pushing in the boss side. I think Ornn needs to get to his team to level up his items, or is that too early? It's level 13, right? He gets his own one. He should have it. Yeah, he does. I just can't see it on this right here. Has he leveled up anyone else's? Let's see. No, he hasn't yet.
I think he has the option to level up one item.
It has to be the Samira's, right?
Yeah, he's level 14, so he can upgrade one item right now.
There's a TP is coming in. I think it's Elm. Oh, it's actually going to be T-Zums. Just a TP in to push the midwave.
Yeah, for Off-Roll Aquarium, it does feel like the primary objective, the one thing that they have to make sure they do is create river control so that they can walk in and start to zone people off with your important abilities. And yeah, as we've said, Vigar is such a difficult champion to deal with. When you're playing a composition that has to go into the opponent, has to charge into them to do something, Nara's going to take that recall.
He's not going to get stopped. I guess they're going to be pushing now for Drake. Look at the vision control on the top side for Aura. There's just wards everywhere. We just zoom out here. Look at that. Just red wards entering basically every entrance or exit into their own jungle.
A lot of defensive vision there, but that does leave their vision around the Drake a little bit lacking. Fortunately for them, though, Dundee are, yeah, they're a bit lackadaisical when it comes to best setup themselves. So, Awful Aquarium will just be able
Christian
to
Simeone is going to be looking for Valstorm. Valstorm's just going to flash out. And now we're back in the situation that we had at the second Drake, where you're going to be trying to walk through this hell.
Yep. It's the same old story. You're trying to walk into river when Off-Roll Aquarium are already positioned there with their CCs.
And you can see Off-Roll Aquarium posturing a lot more aggressive this time. They're not letting them get through.
It's just a brick wall.
Dusk is trying to upgrade someone's item. I believe, yep, the Samira one, the Blood Ward has come through. And they're going to start up the Drake here. Oh, they're gonna find the Nahib. He's gonna go straight into Mega. Christian Simeone's gonna turn on the fight. The Ornhorn's through the back line, but Samira is just dead. But it's a huge ult from the Hall, and the Hall just finished that fight. And T-Sums cleans it up.
That just cannot work in a, like, in 99 chances out of 100. This just doesn't work. You're engaging onto Vinar, who has already transformed. There's no one else being focused. Dundee are just trying to burst down pretty much the tankiest target available, and they just can't do it. And once their cooldowns are down, it's a signal for Awful Aquarium to just counter-engage very easily with all the tools that they have at their disposal. And that just gives them Drake and Baron at the same time. Yeah, like we said, Dundee have to be... I don't want to say pixel perfect, but that kind of engage just won't work ever.
The kind of engage won't work as well when your Ornn is flanking. Like, he Ornhorned off to the side. Like, he was at the bot side of the Drake pit. So they were fighting basically 4v5. I think you really want your Lissandra in that position. You want your Ornn to be the one that's tanking anything when you walk it in.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Lissandra threatening on the flank feels like a much more sensible strategy for Dundee. Ornn playing the defensive.
And here we go, Ornhorn. Ares is gonna... Oh, Almapache is gonna get knocked up. He's gonna bounce up and keep bouncing. But Valstorm, he's gonna stop watching the boss side. He's ulted, he's healing up. I think he's gonna die here. Yeah, he is. And Almapache, is he getting out? Ares flashes, but he's gonna sidestep the W. Is this Summit? This guy's dodging everything.
Oh no, he's getting away.
This guy's dodging everything. He has to die now. He's running away.
Oh no. So much invested to get that kill, and Dundee get absolutely nothing. And Awful Aquarium is still pushing bottom with that Baron buff. Ares will be late to that play. Ornn is still not recalling. This is just Awful Aquarium, maybe even getting the inhibitor. Okay, they won't get that one, but that is a very big push for them. The gold lead increases.
Oh, Christian Simeone looks in
right now.
He's gonna half else mass Crisp. And they're gonna take the inhib here. And then just get out. Well then. Luckily for Dundee, none of the other side waves are prepped at all. The mid lane was like super pushed into their tier 2. Into Aura's tier 2, so it's good for Dundee that they only lost one inhib, but Jesus. They're now fighting up a mountain.
Yeah, the cracks are starting to show for Dundee when it comes to like the individual players, but also their team composition. It's really getting harder and harder.
Christian Simeone is going to all onto Weebly here. Weebly might just die here. Oh, the Bloodward came up and went down instantly. That's how much damage Christian does.
Yeah, it's harder and harder to get an engage that works, and also at the same time, you have these carries that are just late game scalers. Vigard can pretty much scale infinitely if he wants to. Yone hits 100% crit at 2 items and only gets stronger past that point. So, if you're Dundee...
Christian's going to be looking onto Valstorm here. He just has to flash out. But Ares is going to go in. There's a TP down, but Ares has been locked up. It's going to be Almapache TPing into mid lane to dissuade any other fighter. Was huge.
That just stopped them completely. The Lissandra was about to jump in with her Glacial Path and try to hit the Vigard, but just completely stopped in their tracks, and Aura just moving in for another push. Dundee feels like they're just scrambling for any options.
As the Drake is spawning in about 1 minute, but I do not think Aura care. They're going to take this, they're going to force this inhib through. Max Crisp has a flank. He is looking. Max Crisp, he's going to step forward. He's going to keep waiting just in case. Almapache is going to look in. He's going to come in now. He's going to be all over the top. Christian all straight to him. It's a double Rue. It's a double knocker, but the Ornn is just not going to kill. Vigard has fallen. And they're just going to go through now. Can Ares do anything? But Swain is going to pick him up. But Ares is still going. He's zooming around. He's going to look for Almapache. Christian Simeone is still alive here. They're focusing the wrong members. Christian Simeone's going to go back into the Swain. He's going to kill the Swain. It's a 2 for 3. Can Christian survive? Christian flashes out. And then Patrick's just going to run for everyone.
Christian's still
And it's going
alive.
to be a mega knockout. But Christian Simeone's going to look to end this game
Oh,
now. He's
stun.
the double stun. Dusky's going to fall. It's probably just game.
Yep, that's it right there. Christian Simeone stays alive. T-Zums fell right at the beginning of the fight, but it doesn't matter when Simeone is able to sustain through so much. Ares tried all he could in that spot, but perhaps he kind of committed too hard there towards the backline when Simeone was still running rampant on the other side of the fight. The initial engage was good, but at that point in time, I feel like it was just too late to make that kind of play.